Welcome everyone to this extremely beautiful song by the Bee Gees. It's called Massachusetts. I looked it up on Wikipedia and it was originally released in 1967. And they had written the song, having never been to Massachusetts. They liked the name and thought it was a great song and actually wanted to give it to a called The Seekers, but weren't able to get it to them and liked the song so much they did it themselves, which it's just a beautiful song. I'm sorry if I'm going on. Maurice sings this. I've watched some live videos, and Barry, which I saw, great. If you look up Sunday Morning, Barry Gibb, it's an interview with him, with his brother's past and how he's moved on. It's a really, really great video, so look that up. I'll probably put a link to it below the video with my notes, so you'll have that. But in researching the song and watching him do this live, I realized Barry plays in open D tuning. So I'm going to teach it to you in open D, although Robin, who's accompanying him with this song live, is playing on a 12-string electric. So I'm going to get out the 12-string acoustic and show you that too. It's not a difficult song, but it's so well written, and the strings and things. So I'll shut up and hopefully you enjoyed the lesson. If you're not familiar with open D tuning, we're going to be on the 6th string. We're going to tune down to a D. The 5th and 4th stay the same. A, D. We're going to turn the 3rd string down to an F sharp. 2nd string down to an A. And our 1st string down to a D. So that is a D major strummed open. Alright, so we got D, E, F. So we're going to start out with G. So we'll be at the 5th fret. Alright, we're going to do 4 measures of G in the intro. So it's a strumming, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's more of a 3 and 4. Okay, that's more the strumming. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to move to an A minor, okay? To do an A minor, the way I watched Barry play it, I think he's just playing the first 2 strings. I don't see him adding his pinky, but to teach you this A minor chord, which I've written out, we're going to be at the 7th fret on the 6th and 5th string, and we're going to add our pinky finger on the 10th fret on the 4th and 3rd string and not play the 2nd and 1st. Alright, and so that's a half measure there, and then we move it up to C. So we'll be at the 10th fret, alright? So we have this so far. We'll just take the chords of the verse. So there's 2 measures of G to bring you around, and then you start again. Alright, so that's the first 2 sections of the verse. Now they'll go to, and the lights went out in Massachusetts. So what they do there is they're just holding the G, the lights went out. Then we'll go to C, and then we go back to our G at the 5th fret. And watching again Barry play this, he does a D minor 7. I'm sorry, I did that wrong. D minor 7, 10th fret of the 4th string, and all the rest open. Back to G for a half measure, and then to another. And I notice sometimes he plays it open, and sometimes he's got his first finger on the 2nd string at the 3rd fret. That's also a D7. It's more of a turnaround 7th, and again, that's in my notes. So let's do the, and the lights went out in Massachusetts. So we'll do the G to C, and then we'll do the G, D7th, and G, D7th turnaround. You can see how this adds more of a turnaround flavor to it by going to the 3rd fret of that 2nd string. All right, and really that's the verses. There's 3 of those after the intro, and then they're going to go into an outro. So the outro, we're going to go G to our A minor and then C and repeat that. Okay, so that is the way he plays it in open D. I'm going to get out the 12 string so you can just see the chords played on a 12 string and hear it. And I'll do both in the playthrough. We've got the intro with our G for 4 verses. And then we're going to go to G to A minor for a half measure, to C for a half measure, to back to G. Then start over. And the lights went out in Massachusetts. We're standing on that G. Massachusetts. Then we're going to go to G and then a D7. If you're not familiar with the D7, it's like taking a D and reversing it, okay? So we've got on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, our first finger will be on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and our ring finger will be on the 1st string at the 2nd fret. And then they go around. So again, I've uploaded my notes. That's the 12 string and how it sounds. I'll do a playthrough. I'll cut in the verses with the 12 and the 6th string in open D so you can hear the beauty of this song. I hope you guys really enjoy this.